Good morning, students. Day before yesterday, on Friday, we have completed with the Accounting Standard 18 related party disclosures. We have seen some main relationships, that is as you are aware, related party relationships, why we have to disclose it. Reason is very simple, why we have to disclose. Because normally in related party transactions are not at arm's length price, and therefore we are recording it at arm's length price, and plus we have to record some relations to know users and for better transparency. Okay, so introduction of this accounting standard we have completed, that related party transactions between reporting enterprises and related parties. Number one, who are related parties? So there are 5 clauses, as you are aware. Clause A, enterprises directly or indirectly through one or more intermediaries controls or is controlled by or is in common control with the reporting enterprise. So controls means very simple. Uh, Holding subsidiary relationship is controlled by also, and in common control means fellow subsidiaries. But remember, in case of clause B, associates are not, co-associates are not allowed. So fellow subsidiaries are allowed in the related party disclosure, but co-associates are not covered under related party disclosures. Okay, so joint ventures and associates. Now, what is associates? 20% or more and 50% and less. Then we have seen the concept of clause C, that is the indirectly or directly, that individual who controls the another enterprises, and we have to see some important questions also. Today, first we will cover study mat questions plus TYK questions, and after that, some extra questions we'll start with. Clause D is a key manager personnel, and clause E, enterprise over which any person have control and significant influence. Friends, if your director is common between two companies, then better it is not allowed. That is no, there is no related party disclosures. That are the following parties are not related party transactions. If there is a single customer or supplier or franchisee, distributor, agent, and providers of finance, trade unions, public utilities, and government departments, etc. I hope you have completed your related party transactions. Why there is a need? Because we want to show all transactions at arm's length price. Then arm's length price, what are the consequences that we already know? Only it's not only arm's length price, but suppose if it's a bad affairs of the management, then in that case we have to show it to our users in case of frauds also. And disclosure requirements, I have shown you one report where there is a related party transaction, ITC report, who are related parties, how many subsidiary companies are there. So we are already covered this standard. And what are the list of party transactions? Purchase and sales of the goods, purchase or sales of the fixed asset, rendering services, agency agreement, leasing, transfer of research and development, license agreement, finance, guarantees, and management controls, including for deputation of the employees. So these are some transactions which we have to show. Today, what we are going to do? Today, we will first cover all study mat questions with index. I will show you how many questions are there. Almost more than 10 questions. Okay. So let's understand. Okay. Before starting today's session, yes, those students who want to answer accounting standard, names of accounting standard, fast, be quick, raise your hand. Participants. Yes, beta. Bhumika, unmute yourself.
Good morning,
Okay.
sir.
Good morning, beta.
Start करें,
Yes.
sir?
Yes, karo.
Accounting Standard 1, Disclosure of Accounting Policy. Accounting Standard 2, Valuation of Inventories. AS3, Cash Flow Statement. AS4, Contingents and Events occurring after the balance sheet date. AS5, Net Profit or Loss for the period prior. Period items and changes in accounting policy.
Do one thing, beta.
AS7,
Wait, Bhumika. Okay, ठीक है. Hardik Marwa.
हाँ जी सर. गुड मॉर्निंग
हाँ जी.
सर.
Good morning. Accounting Standard 7.
Accounting Standard 7, construction contracts. Accounting Standard 8, removed. Accounting Standard 9, revenue recognition. Accounting Standard 10, property, plant and equipment. Accounting Standard 11, exchanges for foreign exchange rate. Accounting Standard 12, government grants. Accounting Standard 13, accounting for investments. Accounting Standard 14, amalgamation. Accounting Standard 15, employee benefit. Accounting Standard 16, borrowing cost. Accounting Standard 17, segment reporting. Accounting Standard 18, related party transaction. Accounting Standard 19, leases. Accounting Standard 20, earning per share. Accounting Standard 21, consolidated financial statement. Accounting Standard 22, government grants. Accounting Standard 23,
Accounting for taxes on income.
accounting for taxes in income. Accounting Standard 23, consolidated financial statements and associates and associate in
Investment in
associates.
associates in CFS. It's okay, huh?
Investment in associates in CFS. Accounting Standard 24, discontinuing of operation. Accounting Standard 25, interim financial reporting. Accounting Standard 26, intangible assets. Accounting Standard 27, consolidated financial statements in joint venture. Accounting Standard 28, impairment of assets. Accounting Standard 29, provisions, contingent liabilities and contingent assets.
Financial interest in joint venture.
27 में सर.
Hmm.
हाँ जी सर.
क्लोज कर. ठीक है. हार्दिक बहुत बढ़िया बेटा. अच्छा, नीतीश, can you tell me fundamental assumptions? Nitish, Adishri, can you tell me fundamental assumptions?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And going concern, accrual and consistency.
Consistency. Can you tell me segment reporting? What are the criteria?
Criteria of segment reporting.
Hmm. When you are going to disclose that segment? Forgot.
Yes, sir.
Or 10% criteria you forgot?
No, so 10, revenue test, asset test, and revenue test, assets test, and result test.
Beta, on Sunday you have to revise everything normally.
Yes,
Okay, and on Monday you should give revision to me. Remember, students are not taking it very seriously, and then don't tell me that we are getting a bad result after result. This is only your duties and responsibilities that you must cover all these things on Sunday. I have given everything to you in 100 pages book. It's hardly a matter of 10 to 15 minutes that you should revise everything. 10 to 15 minutes it takes for every standard. Adishri, next time, please be careful.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it's
Yes,
okay.
sir.
At least you understood now. I have shown you the mirror. Where are you exactly? It's not only accounting standard names you should know. Now,
Yes.
over the time, now our, all these things, students and teacher relationship, it should be very healthy relationship. That if I scold you also, you should take it in the positive way. Okay,
Yes,
Adish?
sir. Yes, sir.
Hanji.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
No problem. But on Sunday now you have to revise everything. Now see, on Wednesday you don't have a session. Adishri, one more time you have.
Yes,
You
sir.
can do this revision on Wednesday.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
do only 2 hours of you if you are sitting on one place. No, you can revise everything.
Yes, sir.
And now ample of time is given by institute. Not only to you, also me. Okay,
Yes.
sufficient sessions are given. So it is very easy for me to take revision also. Okay,
Yes, sir.
next time.
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Hardik bhai, can you tell me the formula for basic EPS?
So basic EPS is equal to ETA ESH ETH upon में veins, weighted average number of shares.
Why it is called as weighted average number of equity shares? Can you tell me the
Sir,
logic?
the logic is that usually the shares which we are having in the opening on 1st April are not same on 31st March. so that there are
Very
some
good.
inflows and outflows.
Bus. Understood. What is about bonus shares?
Sir, for bonus shares, these are those shares that are taken out from our retained earnings, and that is why it is having 12 by 12 and
In
no
Venn
weights and
calculation, we consider 12 by 12. Very
12 by
good.
12.
Right issue?
Sir, right issue के लिए we have three methods, three steps. First step is, first of all, we have to calculate the theoretical extract price. Second, adjusting factor, and third, EPS. In theoretical extract price, we have to first see the outstanding shares that are currently in the market into the fair price of our shares. Second, the right issue
Outstanding
shares.
shares before right issue.
Yes, sir, before right issue, and then right issue that we are doing plus the price at which we are offering upon my
Into,
total number of
into,
shares.
into.
Yes, sir, into upon my total number of shares.
Right issue
Second,
into right price divided by total number of shares. Okay, हाँ.
हाँ जी सर वही. फिर सेकंड आता है, सेकंड इज एडजस्टिंग फैक्टर. एडजस्टिंग फैक्टर इज द वन विच वी गेट फ्रॉम द theoretical extract price upon my fair. First of all, the fair price of our share, which is there in the market currently, upon theoretical extract price is equal to adjusting factor. Then we have to calculate EPS. In EPS, for calculation of number of shares, first we have to multiply those shares which are before the right issue. We have to multiply it with the adjusting factor, and after the right issue, no adjusting factor must be multiplied.
Number of months. And which approach you are going to use over here? Cumulative or
Sir,
normal?
cumulative.
Cumulative approach. Cumulative approach is like up to last 31st March or up to next transaction date.
Up to next transaction.
Very good, Hardik. Very good, beta. See, if you can answer these questions, no, your confidence will definitely improve. And CA is a game of confidence. It's not a game of that you are 100% completed your syllabus, you are aware about everything. No, beta. Now, by taking multiple batches and all these things, I develop my confidence. Okay, so students, it's not like in first exam you are going to cover each and every question of the syllabus. It's not possible. How you can tackle it in that 3 hours is very important. And see how you will improve your confidence by answering sir's question, by asking questions to friends, by taking multiple revisions. This is how you have to develop your confidence. And see, out of 100% syllabus, if you have finished with only 70%, 80%, it doesn't matter. But the point is that students are not doing it on revision basis, or they are not giving these revisions to any friend or faculty. And many faculties, they are also not concerned about the students, how they are writing in the exam, and what are their concepts. It's very difficult to analyze yourself. And therefore, this is a best platform, Zoom platform, where you can answer sir's question. You do not have any fear. Okay. In face-to-face batches, what happens? Aju baju wala student kya bolega? We have fear in the mind. So first ये निकाल दीजिए और आंसर दीजिए. Though you are wrong, now at least Adishri understood कि भाई I have to do revision. It's not only I know the accounting standard names. Okay. तो आज आदिश्री आई हैव कॉन्फिडेंस कि आदिश्री कल उठ के पूरा का पूरा रिवाइज करके आएगी. एंड देन ऑन फ्राइडे एक अदर, और दिस इज योर सिलेबस इज वेरी ह्यूज सिलेबस. इट्स नॉट लाइक कि आई नो. द प्रॉब्लम इज दैट स्टूडेंट्स आर फेसिंग continuous problem of revision for accounting standard, definitely. And what we have to understand, we have to understand the language of accounting standard. Okay, language is very important. See these words: significant policies, influence the decision, materiality word. So these words you have to understand. Okay. So promise me कि Wednesday को पूरा revision करोगे. चलो, let's start. We'll start with the illustration 1. At the end of the session, I will give you screenshots. ठीक है. No problem, beta. I know everyone will revise. And please don't miss a single session and don't give excuses to attend this morning session. सर मेरे से उठा ही नहीं जाता है सर, मुझे ना पता नहीं, संडे को बहुत रात को मैंने ये कर लिया, पार्टी को गया था. डोंट गिव एक्सक्यूजेस टू योरसेल्फ. ओके. मॉर्निंग, डेली मॉर्निंग यू हैव टू अटेंड. एटलीस्ट जो सब्जेक्ट आपको अच्छे से समझ में आ रहा है. चलो लेट्स स्टार्ट. TYK1. Focus. Identify related parties in the following case. A Limited holds 51% in B Limited. B Limited holds 51% in O Limited. And Z Limited holds 49% in O Limited. Anyone wants to answer this question? Anyone? हाँ जी, आदित्य सिन्हा. यस बेटा. आदित्य सिन्हा जी
यस
बोलिए. एक बार अनम्यूट कीजिए. हाँ.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर.
गुड मॉर्निंग.
Sir,
Yes.
there is holding relation between A limited and B
How are
limited.
you going to present the answer? Tell me. First, what are you going to define in the exam?
As per the provisions of related party AS 18,
Hmm.
related party disclosure, any party having relation between the third party has must have to
नहीं, अभी
disclose.
language. See, first we will draw the diagram in exam. A Limited
Yes.
having 51%, B Limited is having 51% and 49% in O Limited, Z Limited का investment. Okay, sorry, ये diagram में थोड़ा सा change हो गया. ये O Limited को थोड़ा सा इधर लेना था. भाई साहब, ये O Limited को थोड़ा इधर लीजिए. ये 51% in O Limited and then Z Limited has 49%. थोड़ा सा डायग्राम गलत हुआ है, so immediately change कर दो. So now friends, A Limited holds 51%. So same question we have written, facts of the case. Then you have to define provision. As per A18, parties are considered to be related if at any time during the year. This is also one of the question that 31st March co relationship is not existing. Okay. You will read your 100 pages book. You will learn, try to by heart the definition, रट्टा मार करना पड़ेगा. Ability to control. Now, how you got the ability to control? बेटा, by ownership, by controlling, by acquiring. आदित्य, आपने पूरा का पूरा 100 पेजेस का बुक मेंटेन किया है?
Yes sir.
यस. आपने लिखा डे बिफोर यस्टरडे. हाउ मच टाइम इट टेक्स बेटा आदित्य? कितना टाइम लगा आपको कंप्लीट करने को 100 पेजेस बुक?
Sir, it takes me about 1 hour to complete
1
this
hour.
AS only AS 18 notes.
No problem. ठीक है. So exercising the significant influence on another, and further also standard defines associate company enterprise in which investing or reporting party has a significant influence. Why we are defining Aditya significant influence over here? What is the reason why we are defining? Should we
Because
define only clause A or should have to define clause B also?
sir,
For
we have
which
to define
company we are defining this? For Z
Sir,
Limited, no?
Z limited.
Therefore we defined exercising significant influence also. Okay.
Yes sir.
Associate company we have defined, holding subsidiary we have defined, and then conclusion will be there. Now I will read the conclusion. So at least you understood it now, how we are going to present it in the exam. We don't have to disclose it directly, A and B. First define it properly, ability to control. So students are always asking me, sir, how to write the answer? This is how you have to write the answer. In relation to the reporting enterprise A Limited, holding company, B Limited is subsidiary and O Limited is a subsidiary of B Limited. Therefore, it is directly and indirectly. So Can you tell me which definition it controls or is controlled by?
Sir,
आदित्य किस में आएगा?
yes, sir, B Limited controls O Limited and controlled by A Limited.
हाँ, very good, very good. So now you can visualize that diagram जो हमने किया था.
Yes,
बराबर
sir.
है?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
very good. Good. In relation of reporting enterprises, B Limited. Now tell me again, B Limited controls O
O
Limited
Limited. Yes.
and it's controlled by
A Limited.
A Limited. So no, now we have to keep B Limited as a reporting enterprise. So A Limited controls B Limited
Yes,
and
sir.
O Limited is controlled by B Limited. This is how you have to define it.
Okay, sir.
Correct? Huh. And what about O Limited? O Limited, only A and B are related or Z is also related?
Sir, Z is also related.
According to which clause?
Sir, clause B, sir, associate company.
Very good, beta. Now you understood this definition properly. So everyone is clear with this? Say yes or no in chat
Yes.
section. Everyone, now you can write this answer. Chalo. We'll move to second question. Okay. Illustration 2. Illustration 2. A Limited holds 60% voting right in B Limited. A Limited has 22% voting right in C Limited. And B Limited has 30% voting rights in C Limited. Yes. Now, who wants to answer this? Yes, Pooja ji, बोलिए बेटा. Which clause?
Hello, sir.
हाँ, बोलिए.
So A Limited controls B Limited by 60%. So in this case, it is subsidiary. So class A covers here, sir. And A Limited covers, A Limited holds 22% in C Limited. So it comes under class B associate relationship. And B Limited holds 30% in C Limited. It also comes under class B associate relationship.
Very good, beta. So diagram is very simple. So again, provision of clause A and clause B you will define over here.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And then conclusion. Read the conclusion, beta.
Yes, sir. S. C Limited is to be treated under AS 18 as a related party to A Limited. As in relation to reporting enterprise A Limited, C Limited is a related party as A Limited is the ultimate holding company, controls indirectly to C Limited. C Limited is an associate company of A Limited and A Limited is the investing party and hence is a related party. Also, A Limited, together with its subsidiary B Limited, controls more than one half of the voting rights of C Limited.
Okay. Very good. Now you understood?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. चलो.
सर
Yes, हार्दिक.
सर एक डाउट था सर इस क्वेश्चन में.
बोलिए.
सर जैसे ये डायग्राम बना ट्रायंगल बन रहा है एंड सर इस क्वेश्चन में ए लिमिटेड के पास 60% है बी लिमिटेड का, तो सर जो इनडायरेक्टली होल्डिंग होगी सी लिमिटेड की वो 30% इंटू 60% होगा.
हाँ, तो 22 और 18 होना चाहिए 40%.
तो 40% ही आएगा ना सर इसका आंसर.
हाँ, 40%. सो
हाँ
मैं
सर बस ये कंफर्म
देखो.
हुआ.
हाँ जी. वैसे देख रहे हैं अभी इसमें भी क्या है पता है क्या बेटा, कुछ लोगों का व्यू ये है कि डायरेक्टली 60% मतलब कंट्रोल कर रहा है, प्लस 30% मतलब यू शुड टेक 90%.
लेकिन सर वो तो गलत हो जाएगा.
नहीं, हाँ वो गलत हो जाएगा. सॉरी, 90 नहीं, 52%, नॉट सॉरी. इट शुड बी 22 प्लस 30. बट इफ यू आस्क मी तो 60 इंटू 30 मल्टीप्लाई करके देन 22 लेना चाहिए. एंड देन द डेफिनेशन इज ऑफ ओनली एसोसिएट का आना चाहिए. सो देयर शुड नॉट बी. एक सेकंड, आई विल रीड द आंसर ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूट मैथ. अब ये दो व्यूज है एक्चुअली.
तो मतलब सर गलत कोई भी नहीं है.
नहीं नहीं नहीं, गलत नहीं। हम लोग क्या करेंगे, सी A limited, C limited is a related party under AS18. This is because A limited indirectly controls आया है बेटा। क्या
हाँ जी
आया
सर,
है,
इनडायरेक्टली कंट्रोल्स।
मतलब क्या किया, we have taken 30
30।
प्लस डायरेक्टली 22, कंट्रोल्स है ना,
हाँ जी सर।
तो 52 लिया
ठीक,
है। इफ इट इज 30, अभी जो इंस्टीट्यूट के हिसाब से आंसर दिया हुआ है, कंट्रोल्स मोर देन हाफ ऑफ द वोटिंग राइट्स।
वोटिंग राइट्स,
हाँ,
ठीक है सर।
बट मोर अप्रोप्रिएट इट शुड बी मल्टीप्लाई बाय परसेंटेज, बट
ठीक है,
इसी तरीके से आंसर लिखो। नाउ सी वी
मतलब
आर नॉट अवेयर अबाउट their decision making. Okay, now you have power because of 60%,
यस
and
सर।
also because of that 60% means you are directing B limited, and B limited directing. Now see 33%, 30% over from A limited, sorry 22%, and through B limited they are getting 30%. So actually देखने गए तो वैसे तो दोनों मिला के 52% हुआ ना।
हाँ जी सर।
ओके, सो 30% चांसेस प्लस 22%, तो वैसे देखने गए तो 52%। यू डोंट मल्टीप्लाई directly 60 into 30, you directly, if you see 30% plus 22%,
हाँ
52%.
जी सर।
Okay, so
So,
52%
multiplication
shares.
in which situation it has to be done, sir? Multiplication in which situation it has to be done?
Yes, Saikiran.
That multiplication like 60 into 30, 18% is coming now. That multiplication in
It,
which
yes, but
scenario we have to collect, we have to calculate.
see, see now institute has given it very smartly. No calculation over here. It is only directly given. It controls more than one half of the voting right. Now, we are not aware exactly how transactions are there in the company, whether they are taking, means whether Limited is taking decision or C Limited is B Limited is taking decision, but both of them, they are controlling C Limited indirectly. It is there because they have 52% shares together. Now, don't write any calculation over here. Okay, directly write the answer. It controls more than the one half of the voting right in simple way. Okay.
अगर सर
That is
बाय
okay,
चांस,
sir. My that is okay. My clarification requested is sometimes we are calculating now 30% into 60% like that. That calculation when it is required, I am asking.
Um, Actually, calculation you have to write it, but the problem, yes, I will discuss it with the BOS faculty and I will come to know. Okay.
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 Sir, this is good morning,
Yes.
sir. Sir,
Good morning. Hanji.
this is Sai Charan. If it
Hanji.
is framed as if B Limited holds 30 percentage of share capital, then there might be a change, right, sir? Voting as a share capital doesn't represent actual amount of voting rights, right? Right, sir.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So that may be the point why it is not considered. Multiplication is not considered because B Limited has 30% of share capital in O Limited. Then A Limited shares will be only 60 percentage of B Limited share capital, right, sir?
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
Is that the point?
No,
Might
actually now they have considered percentage. Now should we write 52% or should we write 40%? That I will tell you on Friday. Okay.
is that what, sir? I'm asking. Voting 52 percentage of
Voting
voting
rate,
rate is different, and 52% of share capital will be different, right, sir? Because voting rights will not change, but share capital percentage will
share
change,
capital
right?
will be changed. Yes, Saichan. If you see voting rights, that can be taken as the, you have to consider it that the word is not share capital here, it is a voting right, and voting right is 52%. And that is why, yes, beta, you're correct. Voting rights. So see, Sai Charan has here it is holds 51%, but it has a voting rights, and voting rights total is 52%, and therefore indirectly controls it. Okay. Yes, Sai Charan. Good beta. Chalo, next illustration 3. Now voting rights, so you will directly take the total. X Limited holds 28% voting rights in Y Limited. Hence, it is an associate. Y Limited holds 32% voting rights in Z Limited. So Z Limited is an associate of Y Limited. In the above case, since Y Limited is an associate of X Limited, Y Limited is related party to X Limited. Likewise, since Z Limited is an associate of Y Limited, Z Limited is related party to Y Limited. The question whether Z Limited is to be treated as related party of X or not. Yes, Rachna ji, what is your answer?
Good morning, sir.
Hmm.
X Limited has 28% in Y Limited. So Y Limited will be the related party. And where we see Z Limited,
Hmm.
Z Limited is not a related party because as per clause B, co-associates are not related party.
Okay. Associate of an associate is not related party. Now you don't
Yes.
have to define all clauses over here. Okay. You will
Okay.
define only clause number
B.
B. Okay. In exam, though I have given all provisions, but you will strictly follow clause B. You will write only clause B. Don't write all clauses. This is only
Yes.
for understanding and practice purpose. I tell students to write provisions with 5 clauses. Okay. But in exam, for this, you will write only clause P. ठीक है, प्रोविजन ऑफ अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड क्वेश्चन 3 में यू हैव टू राइट ओनली क्लॉज बी. सो डोंट राइट दिस क्लॉजेस. हाँ, मैं क्यों बोलता हूँ स्टूडेंट्स को, ताकि वो प्रैक्टिस कर ले. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट वन, क्वेश्चन 4. वेरी गुड रचना जी. नेक्स्ट वन इज कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल स्ट्रक्चर. P Limited holds in Q Limited 80% shares. Q Limited holds 60% in R Limited. Now see, these are the shares, not voting rights. And then 65% Q Limited, S Limited में और Y Limited में. Identify related party relationship if R Limited is reporting enterprise. Reporting enterprise. Who wants to answer? Vaishnavi. Yes, beta. Clause by clause you will apply over here. Yes, Vaishnavi. Apply provision properly. You are not audible, Vaishnavi. Pooja?
Hello, sir.
Hmm.
When R Limited is a reporting enterprise, P
Hmm.
Limited is an ultimate holding company, as it comes under R. R Limited is a subsidiary under Q Limited, and Q Limited is subsidiary under P Limited. So it is an ultimate holding company.
No,
And
apply clause by clause. So you have to answer like P Limited controls indirectly to R Limited. R Limited is reporting enterprise, correct?
Yes, sir.
So P Limited controls R Limited indirectly.
Indirectly, it is an ultimate holding company.
Q Limited controls R Limited directly.
Yes, sir. Q Limited controls R Limited directly, so it is also a related party. Now, R Limited controls X Limited, so it is a subsidiary to R Limited.
No, you have to answer like X Limited is controlled by R Limited. R Limited you have to keep it at the end as per definition. Okay?
Okay, sir.
So
in this case, X Limited is controlled by R Limited. X Limited is a related party to R Limited. And S Limited comes under common control under Q Limited. So they are subsidiary.
Common control with R Limited, not Q Limited.
Yes, sir.
So
it is also a related party.
And
R
now
Limited and S Limited comes under common control with Q Limited.
and what about R Limited and Y Limited?
R Limited and Y Limited also related parties, as Y Limited is a sub-subsidiary under Q Limited.
So both are
So they
under
are related
common control
parties.
of, yes, very good. They are under common control indirectly.
Okay, sir.
So directly ones, and S Limited is directly under common control and Y Limited is indirectly under
Indirectly under
common
common
control.
control.
Very good, beta.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. So first you have to define which clause over here. Clause A, B, C, D,
Clause
E.
A covers P
Yes.
Limited, Q Limited, X Limited.
Okay. So you will cover clause A. So you understood now how to write the answer in exam?
Yes, sir. Now I understood, sir.
Very good. Chalo, next question. Illustration number 5. Illustration number 5. Who wants to answer? Raise your hand. Consider the following transaction. Organizational structure to UH Limited. The ultimate parent company of a group wherein UH Limited has the following investments. Investment in 2 of the wholly owned subsidiaries, namely subsidiary 1 and subsidiary 2. Investment in joint control in which UH Limited has joint control. And last 20% investment in associate. Given the above structure, identify the related party relationship for each of the above entities. Yes, Ajay Suryaji.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, can you hear me? Okay. Sir, as per the provision, A7,
First,
18,
which clause you are going to define over here?
class A first.
Only clause A.
No, sir, class A and class B. First class A,
Clause
because
A and clause B. Okay. Now you have to by heart this definition today. Okay.
sir.
So enterprise that directly or indirectly through one or more enterprises controls or controlled by or in common control with the reporting enterprise, associates and joint venture of the reporting enterprise, and investing party or ventures in which reporting enterprise is an associate or joint venture. So by heart this definition before one day, you should recall all these definitions, beta. Very important.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now, tell me.
Okay.
For
UH Limited is
for UH Limited.
for UH
For
UH Limited, sub 1 and sub 2 are directly controlled by UH Limited. So sub 1, sub 2 is subsidiary of UH Limited.
Okay.
And JC and AS1 are associate.
Why associates? Because
companies. Because it has a
associates and
significant
joint venture
influence
of reporting enterprise. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now what about
then
for subsidiary 1?
Subsidiary 1, UH Limited is controlled subsidiary 1. So UH Limited is related party to subsidiary 1, and coming to subsidiary 2, UH Limited control 100% share. So subsidiary UH Limited is related to subsidiary 2.
Subsidiary 2, it's okay, but subsidiary 1 and subsidiary 2, whether they are related?
Yes, sir. It's
Why?
related.
Why?
Because
apply the provision.
Okay, sir. As per AS say 18.
No. Only I want that words. Subsidiary 1 and subsidiary 2 may. Yes, they are in common control. Yes, they are in common control with UH Limited. That is why they are also related. Subsidiary 1 and subsidiary 2. Whether subsidiary 1 and joint control 1 are related? Ajay?
Sir,
Wait, other
sir,
students don't answer. So please maintain discipline. Now, I don't think you know how to answer on Zoom. So students, only those students please answer to whom I ask. Okay, Ajay Suryaji, subsidiary 1 and JC1 are related to each other?
no, sir.
No. Why? Because they are not covered under definition.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have to apply definition. So they joint control, there is no common control definition in JC. Common
Yes,
control
sir.
definition is only for holding and subsidiary. Okay, only clause A defines common control. Whether clause B defines common control?
No, sir. It's
No.
only
And therefore, subsidiary 1 and JC1 are
not related party.
not related party. Whether JC1 and associate 1 are related?
No, sir.
No. No. So for JC1, only and only UH Limited. And for associate also, only and only UH Limited. But subsidiary 1, UH Limited plus subsidiary 2. Subsidiary 2 ke liye UH Limited plus subsidiary 1. So you understood this diagram?
Yes, sir. Clearly.
Easy. Now it is very clear to you.
Yes, sir. Very clear.
Very good, beta. So at least now you can write it in the exam properly.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes. Next one. Why many students join so late? From the beginning of the session, why there is no consistent number? Discipline कुछ है या नहीं है? We are starting at 7 o'clock. So every student must attend. See, this is not like your, if though it is on Zoom, but you have to be very disciplined in your life. At 7 o'clock, everyone should join. घर से भी आप लोग ज्वाइन नहीं हो रहे हो 7 बजे, तो बेटा कैसे आप लोग ये सीए कोर्स में मेंटेन करोगे ये सब? एक 8 months डिसिप्लिन रखो खुद में. आफ्टर रिजल्ट यू विल फाइंड इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट ना कि मैंने तब पढ़ाई किया होता तो. एंड फर्स्ट एग्जाम इज ऑलवेज बेस्ट एग्जाम. ये लिख के रखना कि आई हैव टू क्लियर इन फर्स्ट एग्जाम ओनली. I won't wait for second, third, fourth attempt. And now your approach is also becoming very casual. There are 3 exams. No, we have only 1 exam and we have to clear only in that exam. ये ध्यान में रखना. रोज मत बोलने लगाओ. All students must join at 7 o'clock. 6:55 कोई सब लोग आ जाने चाहिए. 5 minutes early. आपको तो फ्रेश होके सिर्फ घर पे बैठना है. मुझे तो भी ऑफिस में ट्रैवल करके आना पड़ता है. It takes at least 20 minutes. And see, I have seen the result. Results are always greater, more for these recording lectures or Zoom lectures, always. Why? Because you save daily 1 hour of traveling. 1 to 2 hours. I'm not against any face-to-face classes. But see, this is how you have to understand कि मेरा 2 घंटा रोज बच रहा है. I'm saving my 2 hours daily. Multiplied by 30 days, 60 hours, मतलब almost you covered 1 subject. But I understand I have to work hard for 8 to 10 hours daily. I'm not saying कि 1 घंटा 2 घंटा, please give for your workout or gym or might be walking. 1 घंटा फ्रेश हो जाइए. But ultimately you have to work for 10 to 12 hours daily minimum. Okay, 8 hours sleep and 4 hours your classes, 4 to 5 hours. Chaliye. So now illustration 6. Who is going to tell me the answer for illustration 6? Robert holds 70% shares and voting rights in P Limited. Clause A or B or C. Robert 70% and has control. Mrs. Andy, spouse of Mr. Robert. Are they related? Number 1. if there is no transaction, still we have to write the name. Yes. Pranav. Yes, beta. कौन सा क्लॉज? प्रणव.
Hello, sir. So clause C, sir.
Clause C. Can
Yeah.
you tell me what is clause C?
Yeah, clause C is like any person or the relative who holds like significant voting right.
Directly or indirectly, who may be expected to influence or influenced by the
Hello?
individual. You can read this definition, provision. Yes, read this provision.
Yeah, individual.
Read it
Yeah,
on
the
screen.
individual.
Ah.
Yeah, so as per AS 18, relative relation to individual means the spouse, son, and daughter, brother, sister, father, and mother who may be expected to influence or be influenced by that individual in his or her dealings with the reporting enterprise and gives them control or significant influence over the enterprise are considered as related parties.
Okay. See, key management personnel I will write. बराबर है प्रणव? But if there are no
Yes, sir.
transaction, are you going to record all their names?
No.
No. Remember.
No, we won't record.
But suppose, tell me, if there is no relationship between holding and subsidiary, sorry, no transaction between holding and subsidiary, still you are going to record their names, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
So see the difference.
Yeah.
Clause A
No
and B,
yeah.
even there are no transactions,
We
you have
will
to record their names.
We have to disclose them. Yes.
But you don't have to disclose relatives' names.
Yeah. Yes.
And what about
clause C?
Clause D? What about clause D? Key manager personnel. If there are no transactions, still we have to record their names.
Yes, you have to record them.
Yes, we have to record. So write
record
down
their
it
names.
somewhere.
Yes,
clause A and clause B and clause D, even no transactions,
we have to
record names.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and clause C, we don't have to record their names, relatives.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very good, beta.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. But suppose if relatives has 60% control, then we have to record. If he controls.
Yeah, they have to record. Yes, yes.
See, एक देखो एक ITC के रिपोर्ट में स्पाउस का नाम भी आया था. If you know that in ITC report there was the name of spouse also and relation also. Why there is a name? Because she has some control or significant influence
60%.
ability over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But if related party does not have any control, then don't
Yeah,
disclose
then we
their
need not
names.
disclose their names. Yes, sir.
Very good.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. So now every student understood how to write the answer. Normally S18 is very easy to understand, but the problem is that it is very difficult to write the answer. And today is your homework. I will show you the screenshots. Okay. Okay. So today everyone will write it in 400 pages book along with index. Chaliye, next. Illustration 7. Mr. Robert is a managing director. Andy, spouse of a Robert, receives a remuneration for the services she rendered to P Limited for a period of 1st April 2001 through 30th June 2001. Andy left the service of P Limited on 1st July. Consider 31st March 2002 at the year-end date. So, yes, Rachna. Now there is no relationship on 31st March. Still we have to record it.
Yes, sir, because in provision, as per AS
Any
18,
time during the year.
anytime during the
हाँ,
year. Yeah, that one line.
चलो, read the provision.
Provisions of AS, key management personnel and relatives of such personnel are considered to be related parties. Clause D.
And write down the read conclusion.
Conclusion. Yes, Mrs. Andy needs to be identified as related parties at the year end date 31st March 2002, as the remuneration Andy received from P Limited falls within the reporting year, April 2001 to March 2002. Also, Mrs. Andy is the spouse and relative of KMP of P Limited, hence a related party.
Any time during the year you have to write over here. Any time
Uh,
during the year.
yes,
In
sir.
this illustration
No.
7, also write it in provision. Any time during the year. It is missing. Okay, the
Yes, sir.
sentence.
Provisions.
No, just I am telling to my office staff that it is not updated. Okay.
Yes.
Next.
Sir, can you explain illustration 7 again?
If सी तांबेश्वरी जी एक बार समझ लीजिए कि ये ट्रांजैक्शन में हिंदी आता है ना तांबेश्वरी आपको?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो आपको ये समझ के लेना है कि ये ट्रांजैक्शन में स्पाउस के साथ बेटा कंपनी ने 5 लाख रुपए रेम्यूनरेशन दिया था, तो ट्रांजैक्शन तो हुआ था, पर अभी वो निकल गए हैं 31 मार्च को। बट हम लोग क्लॉजेस इसलिए अप्लाई करते हैं कि भाई रिलेशनशिप ऐसा ना हो कि 31 मार्च का चेक किया जाएगा। आपको रिलेशन ये एनी टाइम ड्यूरिंग द ईयर भी रहेगा तो भी आपको ये डिस्क्लोज करना है, बस, बाकी कुछ भी नहीं। की मैनेजमेंट पर्सोनेल का रिलेटिव, ये डेफिनेशन हमें यहाँ पे इसलिए हमें देखना है। आया समझ में?
Yes, sir.
एक्चुअली 1 मिनट, हाँ बेटा, 1 मिनट। हाँ, की मैनेजमेंट पर्सोनेल एंड रिलेटिव्स।
सर
एक सेकंड ना, यहाँ पे ठीक है, 7 नंबर में की मैनेजमेंट एंड रिलेटिव्स ये डेफिनेशन लिखना था। हाँ जी, बोलिए हार्दिक।
I have also tried.
यस विजय लक्ष्मी जी।
सर एक छोटा सा डाउट था।
हम्म
सर अगर केएमपी और उनके रिलेटिव्स में कोई ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं हुआ तो वो नहीं होगा ना रिकॉर्ड?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, रिपोर्टिंग एंटरप्राइज के साथ होना चाहिए ना। अभी उनके बीच में क्या होगा, अपने को क्या करना है?
नहीं नहीं सर,
इधर
अगर केएमपी एंड रिलेटिव्स उनके पास मतलब होल्डिंग है लेकिन उनके बीच में कोई भी ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं हुआ
नहीं
तो वो
नहीं, वो भी नहीं
रिलेटेड
होगा।
पार्टी नहीं करेंगे। ठीक है सर।
केएमपी को तो डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा ना वो।
हाँ
और
केएमपी को तो
हाँ,
करेंगे लेकिन
और
रिलेटिव
उनके
को नहीं।
रिलेटिव्स के पास यदि आपके कंपनी के शेयर्स है तो वो भी डिफाइन करने पड़ेंगे।
ठीक है सर,
हाँ, यदि
अदरवाइज तो
शेयर्स
नहीं
है तो।
करना पड़ेगा।
रिलेटिव्स के पास कुछ भी नहीं है तो मत डिस्क्लोज कीजिए नेम्स।
ठीक है सर,
समझा?
थैंक यू सर। हाँ जी
यस।
सर।
See, standard is very simple to apply once you got the provision. Okay, कि क्या है exactly. Now next one.
Sir,
हाँ विजय लक्ष्मी।
Sir, you can scroll for illustration 5, yes. Sir,
Illustration
5.
5. हाँ,
Sir, in the diagram, 28% you put in answer, sir, but in question 20% is there anything, any calculation is there or
your voice is not clear, Vijay Lakshmi. Can you remove your headphone?
yes, sir.
28% is there, sir, in answer, and the question is that 20%, sir, in illustration 5. Is there any calculation to this, sir?
Any
Any calculation for 28%, sir, in diagram, illustration 5 diagrams?
illustration 5 diagram. 1 minute. Here 28%.
Yes, sir.
No calculation. Directly UH Limited has given in the question itself 28%.
20% investment in associate one like that would be given, sir.
More than 20%, no?
Sir,
I'm
the
not.
third bullet point is there now. 20% invest in associate one and hence
Oh. It should be 28%. More than 20%. No? That's why they have given it. More than 20%. They have 28% investment, and therefore UH Limited and Associate One are having significant influence. Okay.
okay, sir. We can take any other value also, sir. Like 29, 27.
Anything about 20% up to 50%. Even if I already defined, even if you have 20% more shares but less than 50%, but you have control over that company, then it is not associate, then it is a subsidiary. Okay, so substantial interest with control will be covered under clause A. Substantial interest with only participation decision will be covered under clause B. So percentage won't define. Technically, if nothing is given as per exam point of view, 20% or more than 20% up to up to 50%, then it will be associate. But in real life, if you have only 25% shares, but you have decision to control that company, then in that case, it is called as not associate, but holding subsidiary relationship. Understood, Vijay Lakshmi?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And students, in definition in exam is only for understanding this percentage. In exam, we have to understand only associate and subsidiary. But in real life, you have to understand if there is a control on your decision, then it is not clause B, it is clause A, though you are having only 25% shares. And otherwise, you have to demonstrate that it is not associate, but we are controlling them, and therefore we are subsidiaries. Okay. चलिए नेक्स्ट वन. सो एक ध्यान में रखना, हिंदी में बता देता हूं कि डेफिनेशन सिर्फ एग्जाम के लिए है कि 20% टू 50%. पर आपको यदि इन रियल लाइफ ये क्वेश्चन आता है कि वेदर इट इज होल्डिंग सब्सिडरी और एसोसिएट, तो आपने आपको पूछना चाहिए कि ये कंपनी भले 25% शेयर्स मेरे पास है पर पूरा कंट्रोलिंग अथॉरिटी मेरे पास है. तो इन दैट केस क्लॉज ए इज एप्लीकेबल, नॉट क्लॉज बी. नेक्स्ट वन, illustration 8. Illustration 8. UK Bank holds 23% equity shares in with voting rights in P Limited. Okay. The bank has provided a loan as per the terms of the condition of loan agreement. The bank has appointed one person as nominee, and any major transaction to be entered will require the consent of bank. So it is only the provider or also having associate. Yes. So see, here it is not only exclusion you are going to write, as only finance transaction is not there. They have more than 20% shares, and therefore clause B is applicable. Okay. So Rachna, read the answer.
Yes, sir.
Provision and
Facts of the
conclusion.
provision of accounting standard.
Hmm.
As per AS 18, if an investing party holds directly or indirectly through intermediaries 20% or more of the voting power of the enterprise, it is presumed that the investing party has significant influence unless it can be clearly demonstrated that this is not the case.
Hmm.
Further, The standard also states that providers of finance are not deemed to be related parties. Conclusion. In the instant case, the UK bank holds 23% of shares with voting rights in P Limited and hence is deemed to be exercise significant influence over P Limited. Further, in spite of UK bank being the provider of finance, the exemption stated above will not be available to UK bank since it exercises significant influence over P Limited. Hence, the UK bank is the related party in relation to the reporting enterprise P Limited.
Very good, beta. So, if 23% information is not given to Rachna, is it covered under related party transaction?
No, sir. If it was less than 20%, it is not covered because just
Huh.
because they are the provider, we can't deem them as related
You have to
party.
write like exclusion in that case. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next one. P Limited holds 22% and voting rights in Q Limited. On 1st April, P Limited sold certain goods to Q Limited. On 30th June, P Limited sold entire 22%. However, P Limited is continued to supply goods to Q Limited. After that also. So, which transactions are you going to disclose? Okay. Answer is between now which transactions up to, so see if there is no relationship after 30th June, still you have to record this still you have to record the relationship. But about transactions, don't record transactions after 30th June. Okay, after 30th June, don't record the amount of transaction. So you will record only 5 lakhs and not 15 lakhs. You will record only 5 lakhs but not 15 lakhs. Remember these words. Okay, तो आपको क्या record करना है? Write down somewhere कि हम लोग क्वेश्चन के ऊपर ही लिख के रखो, record only 5 lakhs, don't record 15 lakhs because relationship is over. हाँ. So, Hardik, read the answer.
So, facts of the case. P Limited holds a
No, don't read
22% of
facts of the case. Read only provision.
provision of AS as per the requirement of the AS 18. If there have been transactions between the related parties during the existence of the related party relationship, the reporting enterprise should disclose. Conclusion. In the instant case, only the transactions between P Limited and Q Limited till 30th June are required to be disclosed. Transactions entered into after 30th June are not required to be disclosed under AS 18.
Very good. Sai Charan, do you have any question?
No, sir.
No. Next, 10 number. Narmada Limited sold goods 90 lakhs to Ganga Limited during the financial year. The managing director of Narmada Limited owns 100% shares of Ganga Limited. Now, key manager personnel has shares. The sales were made to Ganga Limited at normal selling price by Narmada Limited. The chief accountant of Narmada Limited contains that these sales need not require a different treatment from the other sales made by the company. So, Pooja, can you tell me which clause are you going to define over here? Yes, Pooja. Sai Charan is saying D. Hardik, D is correct. D is correct.
Yes, sir. D is correct.
What is the D?
Sir,
Beta,
KMP and its relatives are holding the shares in the company.
you are not applying provision properly. See whether there is any transaction between key management personnel and reporting enterprise,
No,
or
sir.
enterprise over which any person have control. Which is a correct one, D or E?
E. E, sir.
E. And
Enterprise
you
over
are,
which any person.
हाँ,
E, sir. Yes, sir. E.
थोड़ा सा ध्यान दीजिए हार्दिक, सब आता है
हाँ जी,
आपको.
sir. Sorry, sir.
You have to define clause C, clause D, and clause E over here, because clause E के पहले we should know what is clause C and clause D, and then you should define clause E. Okay. So here Narmada and Ganga are related party. They are not talking about managing director, whether he is having relationship with this transaction. They are talking about where key management personnel or individual who has power to direct, okay, that enterprise is having transaction with your enterprise, reporting enterprise. So clause E you have to define. But in exam, define C, D, and E. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
sir.
Dilip, read the answer. Provision of AS. Last question था ये.
Yes, sir. As per a certain related party disclosures, enterprise over which KMP and its relatives are able to exercise significant influence are related party transactions. Clause D. Moreover, individuals and their relatives owing direct or indirect interest in voting powers of the reporting enterprise that give them control or significant influence over the enterprise or related parties. Clause C. Further, enterprise over which any person in Clause C or Clause D has control or significant control or related parties. Clause D. Conclusion. Thus, as per the facts of the case and provisions of AS, Managing Director of Narmada is KMP and related party. Clause D. KMP holds 100% of Ganga Limited, related party. Clause C. Hence, Narmada and Ganga related parties, irrespective of whether the transaction was done at normal selling price. Clause D. Therefore, the contention of chief accountant is wrong. Sir, I have a small doubt, sir.
Don't define KMP holds 100%. Okay. ये कट कर देना. हाँ बेटा, उतना.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
हाँ. What is the doubt?
Illustration 8. In illustration
Dilip.
8, sir.
हाँ.
In illustration 8, sir. Illu 8.
Ilu 8.
Yes, sir.
Can you
Sir,
remove
here the...
your headphone?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, Dilip. Okay. I think Dilip ji, you are on mute mode.
Sir,
you are audible now. Yes.
Sir, in case of any major transaction, the nominated person of UK bank has to give the consent.
Huh.
So why can't we take that as significant influence, sir?
So we have taken as significant influence only.
Not in case of 23% share, sir. I am asking about the consent, sir.
You are asking about?
In the question, it is given that in case of any major transaction, the bank has to give consent.
Okay.
Can we take that as significant influence irrespective of this holding 23% shares?
No. If consent means what? They have to not taking control. This is a basic formality. Suppose bank has given some loan. So whenever you are selling goods, it does not mean that bank has a control over there. Okay. In simple language, just they have to inform that we are selling these things to this party. Okay. And therefore, this is a normal practice in the real life. Okay. It doesn't mean that bank has a control over all activities. It is only for purchase and sales they are controlling. Okay, they are not controlling over your board decisions, how much production you are going to do. This is only that we have to inform them. In case of, even in case of, hypothecation or pledge in financial management, you have these words where bank interferes only for that specific transaction. You just have to inform bank कि yes, we are selling to that party. In case of pledge, hypothecation, you don't have to disclose.
Okay,
Dilip
sir.
ji, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have finished with 10 illustrations.
सर
TYKs. हाँ,
सर
yes.
इलिस्ट्रेशन 10 के अंदर ये सर सिग्निफिकेंट इन्फ्लुएंस वाला नहीं समझ आ रहा है सर।
10 में?
हाँ सर 10 में।
नहीं, सिग्निफिकेंट इन्फ्लुएंस है भी नहीं ना। किधर लिखा है आपने सिग्निफिकेंट इन्फ्लुएंस?
प्रोविजन में सर।
प्रोविजन में यदि वो पार्टी के बीच में एंटरप्राइज का सपोज सी और डी कंट्रोल, वो कोई अभी उसका गंगा लिमिटेड में 20%, 30% शेयर्स होता तो सिग्निफिकेंट इन्फ्लुएंस आया रहता।
अच्छा
हाँ, यस पूजा
100%।
जी। पूजा जी बोलिए।
सर इलिस्ट्रेशन नंबर 9 के अंदर जो है वो मतलब सिग्निफिकेंट इन्फ्लुएंस तो है पी लिमिटेड का मतलब क्यू लिमिटेड में, और 30 अप्रैल तक है सर। उसके बाद उसने शेयर
30
सोल्ड कर
जून,
दिए, लेकिन
30 जून।
30 जून तक है। उसके बाद उसने शेयर सोल्ड कर दिए सर। तो एट एनी टाइम दिया हुआ है ना सर इसमें, तो जैसे कि
हाँ,
किसी भी टाइम पर
इसलिए
हमारा
एट एनी टाइम ड्यूरिंग द ईयर में आपको सिर्फ रिलेशन डिस्क्लोज करना है, और अमाउंट जो है वो आपको जितना आपने सिग्निफिकेंट इन्फ्लुएंस था वो डिस्क्लोज करना है। देखो मैं आपको वापस बताता हूं, नाम अलग है और ट्रांजैक्शंस अलग है। कभी कभी ट्रांजैक्शंस नहीं भी होंगे तो भी रिलेशन डिस्क्लोज करने पड़ते हैं। आया समझ में पूजा जी?
ओके, तो उसके बाद वाली हम ट्रांजेक्शन नहीं दिखाएंगे, लेकिन
नहीं
उसका
है, पर सपोज
नाम
ट्रांजैक्शन पूरे साल में ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं भी होता था तो एटलीस्ट सिग्निफिकेंट इन्फ्लुएंस के वजह से, देखो ये आप लोगों को मैंने एनुअल रिपोर्ट बताया था उस दिन। एनुअल रिपोर्ट में आप लोग समझ लीजिए कि पार्टीज, सभी पार्टीज जो है वो पार्टीज के साथ ट्रांजैक्शन होंगे क्या नहीं होंगे ये जरूरी नहीं है। आप इनकी सब्सिडरीज देखिए, ये सभी सब्सिडरीज के साथ इनके ट्रांजैक्शंस होंगे नहीं होंगे जरूरी नहीं है, पर आपको रिलेशंस डिस्क्लोज करने पड़ेंगे। और अमाउंट का कॉलम अलग होता है, वो इधर नीचे आता है कि आपने क्या क्या ट्रांजैक्शंस किए। सेल ऑफ गुड्स हमने लिखे भी है कौन से ट्रांजैक्शंस होंगे। ओके, परचेस ऑफ गुड्स, एक्विजिशन ऑफ फिक्स एसेट, ये सभी आपको सब्सिडरी, यहाँ पे ओवरऑल अमाउंट्स आएगी, पर ये अमाउंट में आप 30 जून के बाद वाली अमाउंट मत लिखना। समझ में आया क्या आपको अभी?
यस सर, मतलब सर जो रिलेशन है वो तो लिखना पड़ेगा, लेकिन उसका जो अमाउंट है वो नहीं लिखना है।
वो जितना आपका रिलेशन होगा जो टाइम तक, वो टाइम तक का लिखना है।
ओके सर।
वेरी सिंपल स्टैंडर्ड। ओके,
ओके सर।
टेक्निकल है। नाउ व्हाई स्टूडेंट्स आर फाइंडिंग प्रॉब्लम इन दिस स्टैंडर्ड? दे आर नॉट क्लियर अबाउट ए बी सी डी ई। दे जस्ट राइट आंसर, yes they are related, but you have to write answer with a provision. ओके, संकेत सर स्टूडेंट्स थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट है। दे नो हाउ टू राइट द आंसर। They are not going to disclose only key management personnel. Yes, related party disclosure. You will write properly provision. If question is for 4 marks, write only that provision which is important one. Don't write all provisions. ठीक है?
ओके सर।
Yes.
थैंक यू सर।
हाँ, जो इलू 8 है में जो कंपनी 23% शेयर होल्ड करती वो अगर एज अ सिक्योरिटी होल्ड करती तो भी रिलेशन बताना पड़ता है क्या?
नहीं, 23% शेयर्स जब होल्ड करती है और ओनली फॉर सिक्योरिटी पर्पज होगा तो नहीं, बट इतने बड़े परसेंटेज कोई, इतने बड़े लिस्टेड कंपनी के 23% में एमडी के पास भी नहीं रहेंगे। ओके, सो ये अपनी प्राइवेट कंपनी नहीं है। ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, दिस आर लिस्टेड कंपनी, और लिस्टेड कंपनीज के 23% ये बहुत ज्यादा होते हैं। हाँ जी। Yes, Zakir Ali Khan ji.
Sir, is company A holding 30%, sir, and B, C, D, all other companies are holding below 20%. In that case, the company A should be comes under class A, right, sir?
One more time. I can't hear you. Headphone, remove it.
Oh, sir.
Huh.
The company A holding 30% of the shares, sir. Other
A
B, C, D
company,
are holding
company A is holding.
20% of the share. So the
See, 1 minute. Company is holding
30%, sir.
20%,
30,
50, 30.
30, sir. 30.
Hmm.
30.
In
And B, C, D, other
C
companies
Limited.
holding less
Huh.
than 20%.
Huh.
Less than
And
20%, yes, sir.
C to
So the
D?
A will be comes under class A only, no, sir.
No.
Because only,
Clause A more than 50%.
but the highest shareholding is 30% only, sir. In that case, it will come under C or B, sir. A or B, sir.
No. Define scenario properly. Company A holds how many shares in company B?
30%.
30%. 30%. Huh.
Yes, sir.
And then another company holds in
Holds 20%, yes, sir.
20% in company B or company A. Where?
No, sir. I thought that 100% is so. No, sir. No, sir. My question was wrong, sir.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Draw this diagram properly, go through all these scenarios, and then you will get the answer. Don't make, hypothetical situations or like this. And ye simple questions rakhiye. 20%, 30%, associates, co-associates are not allowed. Holding fellow subsidiaries are allowed to record. And now everything is very clear. Okay. So now you know how to apply clause A, B, C, D, E properly. तो ये स्टैंडर्ड आपके लिए बहुत आसान स्टैंडर्ड है अभी ओके
Sir, class D, which transaction we need to record, sir? That only can
Clause
explain, please.
B is very simple. Just when we have invested in 20% or more and less than 50%, then that company in which we have invested and for that company who has invested is a reporting enterprises. Okay. So for me, my wife is relative and for wife, me is related. Okay.
Okay.
So related party. So this is very simple. But in case of clause A, there are more common control definition is also there. So clause
Okay.
A has more, can say ki it has more provision means as compared to clause B. Clause A is very vast clause. Clause B is small clause.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it's very
Thank you.
simple, and don't get confused. Try to yes, wide clause. So
Okay.
friends, the
I am
standard.
data entry student, sir.
Okay. Now
Thank you.
Nitish, yes, Zakirji, understood, no?
Understood, sir.
Yes. Now, last doubt I will take because we have to we have to start with the accounting standard 24 after break. So, ये किसी ने तो question पूछा है. A limited 55%, B limited 57%, C limited 54%, and it is possible or not. D limited holds. No, बेटा, please don't make such. नीतीश इतने मत कीजिए. ये क्या है A limited का, B limited का? Okay, C limited holds 54%.
Sir,
D
sir,
limited.
can you please repeat clause A, B, C once, sir, please? In conclusion, please.
Who is asking clause A, B, C?
Sai Kiran, sir, Sai.
Cyclone, we already
Just for
explained about
remembrance, I'm requesting. Please, A, B, C, please tell.
see clause A, enterprise directly or indirectly through one or more enterprises controls or controlled by or in common control with the reporting enterprises. Clause B, associates and joint ventures of reporting enterprises and investing party or venture in which the reporting enterprises is an associate or joint venture. And last one is a clause C, individual having the control over these reporting enterprises and significant influence. Clause D is key manager personnel and enterprise in which any C and D they have invested.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
It's very simple now. We are doing it from last 2 days.
Okay, sir.
ओके चलो ठीक है नीतीश जी इतने हाइपोथेटिकल सिचुएशंस मत लीजिए इट्स वेरी सिंपल एंड नाउ वी आर एंडिंग विद दिस क्लॉज ए टू हाँ remaining questions TY के questions are similar and additional question banks yes beta today I'm definitely going to upload it yesterday there was beta office was closed so now today I ask my office staff to upload it okay. So let's take a break. If you do not have any question, 8:35 we are going to meet and with S24. So don't miss S24 discontinuing operation. Okay. So we'll start with today's explanation part and questions I will take it in the next session. ठीक है चलो. So S18 is which accounting standard was very easy. Now we have completed 1, 17, 18 and 20. So according to you, all transaction, all S20, S18, I am expecting the answer all. All standards are easy. There is nothing difficult in accounting standard. If you are clear with these concepts. Okay. Okay. So now at least you are enjoying these accounting standards. Yes, now I'm getting the language of accounting standards. How many of you already studied accounting standard from different faculties? Yes, raise your hand. You already studied. No one. Only Shailesh Yadav. Okay, you are doing for the first time with Sanket sir. Other students, except Shailesh. आज तक किसी ने अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड रीड नहीं किए? अरे वाह. So I got pressures. ठीक है. Yes, yes. Good. Very good बेटा. चलो अच्छी बात है. Yes, we'll meet after 8:35. 8:35. Take a break. Chalo. So let's start with accounting standard 24. Discontinuing operation. Second last standard for this chapter. Now, accounting standard 24, the name itself, you can see here, discontinuing operations. Acha, third number, I will take it in the financial statements. So, cash flow statement, I'm not going to cover it in this session. I will take it in the financial statement of companies, cash flow statement. Okay. So 25 will be the last session, accounting standard 25, which will be, I will take it in the next one, next class. And we'll start with the, we'll give more time for asset-based accounting standards. So disclosure-based accounting standard 1, 17, 18, 20, now 24, and last one is 25. So we have done with the 6 accounting standards, matlab almost 25% of your syllabus. So discontinuing operation, what it exactly means. Suppose any company who wants to discontinue specific operation. I'm not talking about now one segment. In simple language, you can call it as one segment, significant segment. If they want to discontinue that segment, see, shifting from one process to another process, it doesn't mean that they are discontinuing. देखो डिसकंटिन्यूइंग का मीनिंग क्या होता है कि भाई आप एक लाइन में से ही बाहर पड़ रहे हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई एम हैविंग मल्टीपल सेगमेंट्स. सपोज एज्यूम मैं कोचिंग भी कर रहा हूं, प्रोफेशनल सर्विसेज भी दे रहा हूं, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट के 2 डिफरेंट सेगमेंट्स हैं. वी आर हैविंग 2 डिफरेंट सेगमेंट्स, कोचिंग, प्रोफेशनल सर्विसेज. Assume I have 3-4 different businesses. And I decided I'm preparing only one profit and loss account for all these segments. And now I want to stop one segment. I want to stop. It is in the process. Now my P&L, whenever I decided to discontinue with that segment, I announced it formally, not informally. Informally मतलब दोस्तों में बोल दिया यार बंद करना है ये segment. No. I announced it properly. Okay, yes, we are going to discontinue with this segment. Then should we record our profit or loss account or balance sheet, including continuing operations? No. For more transparency, we will segregate continuing operation with discontinuing operation. See, whenever I'm explaining any concept, normally I used to speak very slow. Otherwise मैं फास्ट भी बोल सकता हूं, बट स्लो बोलने का रीजन इज वेरी सिंपल. आप दिमाग में वो कॉन्सेप्ट डालोगे. सो व्हाट आई एक्सप्लेन टिल नाउ कि भाई तुम लोग एक कंपनी बंद, एक सेगमेंट बंद करना चाहते हो, तो आप थोड़ी वो सेगमेंट का रिपोर्टिंग इंक्लूडिंग कंटिन्यूइंग ऑपरेशन बताओगे नहीं. फॉर मोर ट्रांसपेरेंसी, मोर पारदर्शिता के लिए आप लोग क्या करोगे, यूजर्स को बताओगे भाई हमारा ये कंटिन्यूइंग ऑपरेशन है, ये डिसकंटिन्यूइंग ऑपरेशन है. And once you segregated that, then how are you going to disclose it? When are you going to disclose it? When we will start of disclosing it is given in the accounting standard 24. This is the logic of S24. You got the logic? Simple logic. S24 ka. That continuing operation, you should keep it separately. Discontinuing, you should keep it separately. Is a logic. And then we have to understand the definition of discontinued operation. See, in Ind AS, we have a definition not discontinuing. It's a discontinued. And in accounting standard, we are having discontinuing. Okay. So in this, I will explain you at say final level. What is the difference? But at intermediate, you have to understand discontinuing operation versus continuing operation. Logic is very simple. Overview of this accounting standard. Introduction part, meaning initial disclosure event, other disclosures, and points to remember. अरे आज झोपेच असतो का रे? बघ काय झालं? Speaker. The standard provides guidelines for disclosure and presentation. Speaker तिकडं का ठेवलेत? 1 minute. Okay. The standard provide guidelines for disclosure and presentation of information related to discontinuing operation. So it's very simple. AS24 ensures transparent reporting, already told you, and better understanding of the financial implications of entities who are having, see, operation is stopped, not business is stopped. One of this segment is stopped. Not overall segments are stopped. So difference is there. It's not discontinuation of the business. It's discontinuation of only that operation. See the difference. Introduction part. This is applicable for level 1 and level 2 enterprises. Okay, so level 2 enterprises are also covered. Level 3 are not covered. Meaning, yes, now everyone write it on rough pages. I want minimum 3 students who will answer this definition. Minimum 3 students. Now Rattamar point. Discontinuing operation. Let's understand definition. Discontinuing operation means through a single plan, disposing of its entirety. Sir, what is disposing of its entirety? Means only in one plan. You decided to dispose it of entirely, not in piecemeal. Okay, not in break. आपने डिसाइड किया पूरा का पूरा एक ही बार में निपटा दूंगा भाई, ये मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है, पूरा ऑपरेशन खत्म. Disposing of entirety. Disposing of its entirety. Disposing of its entirety. Disposing of in piecemeal. Sir, huge project is going on and we want to dispose that. It's not possible that I dispose it in one entire way. I have divided it over some, see, I will sell these assets first. After that, this type group of assets and liability, I'm going to settle my liabilities. I have a plan. And third one, through abandonment, I stop that production. Abandonment. Abandonment मतलब आगे कुछ किया ही नहीं मैंने. Plan मतलब उधर ही stop, decide किया single plan में. I will stop this production. That is the termination of business. Whether this is termination of business, yes, I'm going to stop that. And change in the scope, no. Now on this you will have a question. Sir, previously I was producing keypad mobiles. Keypad wale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have no touch screen. Then I decided to shift from production of keypad mobiles to touch screen. Whether this is abandonment, no, my dear. AS24 is not applicable. You are upgrading yourself. This is a change in the scope. Sir, I stopped face-to-face classes. It means whether you discontinued your operation? No. I just shifted to technology on Zoom. It is not termination of my business. It is change in the scope of my business. Sir, I stopped passenger vehicles and whole technology I used to commercial vehicles. Change in the scope. टर्मिनेशन मतलब सनातन जी बंद करना, टर्मिनेट खत्म करना, स्टॉप करना. स्कोप में बदलाव लाना is not discontinuing operation. Sir, I stopped diesel vehicles. In Delhi now, I don't think it is allowed, diesel vehicles. And I change it to electric vehicles. Okay. Yes, beta. Yes, Mitunji. So now, this is this called as scope may change. Scope in change is not discontinuing through a single plan. Write down all these points. You have to tell me the definition. So through a single plan, understood? Next one. Discontinuing separate major line of business and segment. Now see here we are calling it segment. पिसमिल मतलब बेटा टुकड़ों में. स्पेलिंग गलत है तांबेश्वरी जी, आपने लिखा हुआ. पिसमिल का मीनिंग होता है पीसेस, टुकड़ों में. टुकड़ों में जब हम लोग बिजनेस को बंद करवाते हैं. Disposing entirety, abandonment means we are stopping that activity. And disposing entirety, we have some breathing period. Okay, after 1 year, 2 years, we are going to close it down. So if sufficient time is given, then it is entirety. If no sufficient time, abandonment. Ultimately, both are equal. Discontinuing through separate major line of business, a business segment. We stop that product and we stopped giving services in joint geographical area of operation. And last one, distinguish component of operating assets and liabilities. You stopped your revenue and majority of operating expenses that can be directly attributable. So distinguish component, you have to understand कि it is a distinguished component. Abandonment का मीनिंग होता है स्टॉप करना बेटा. अबेंडन का मीनिंग होता है स्टॉप करना. बच्चा देखिए हिंदी में समझ लीजिए, थोड़ा सा लैंग्वेज डिफिकल्ट है. डिसकंटिन्यूइंग ऑपरेशन मतलब आपने एक प्लान किया, एक सिंगल प्लान में कि मैं पूरा बिजनेस इस तरीके से बेचूंगा. फॉर्मल प्लान, हवा में नहीं बात करनी है. प्रॉपर प्लान होगा मैनेजमेंट का और वो लोग डिस्क्लोज करेंगे मीटिंग में कि हम लोग ये डिसीजन ले रहे स्टॉप करने का. क्यों सर? टेक्नोलॉजी में बदलाव है? नो, फिर वो डिसकंटिन्यूइंग नहीं है. डिस्टिंग्विशमेंट of component means You are stopping that assets and liabilities, revenue, majority of expenses that can be directly attributable. See, this definition is very simple. You are discontinuing operation through a single plan. What you are discontinuing? What you are discontinuing? Your business segment or geographical segment in simple language. And how are you going to record? Your components are distinguished. Distinguished matlab different. Means your assets and liabilities related to that segment is different. Your revenues are different. Your majority expenses are different. See, I'm running 4 businesses. Now for classes activity, I have a different staff. My revenue collection is different. My assets are different. I have my office at different premises. For, I'm not sharing. Suppose I have a restaurant. So for restaurant, my assets, liabilities, expenses, collection are different. And if I'm stopping any activity, then it is called as discontinuing operation. Got the concept? बड़ा बहुत मजा आएगा जब आपको कॉन्सेप्चुअली समझ में आएगा. See beta, just I am switching from one component to another. For example, I have not changed the line. I changed the scope. I have changed the operational part due to some technological changes. It doesn't mean that suppose previously I had a production of telephones. You know that, dialing telephones. Okay. And I switched to mobile due to technological changes. Now, how many of you still have that dial telephone? No one. We are using technology. Okay. Hardly 4 or 5. Okay. Only for show. Okay. So no one is having that technology. You shifted to mobile. Everyone. Day before yesterday. ओके एक भिखारी के पास एक आईफोन था. तो भाई टेक्नोलॉजी चेंज अ लॉट. हाँ. And this is how we are calling it as distinguished component. No, it is not the change in the scope of the operation means discontinuing operation. You will have the question on this. ठीक है? नहीं बेटा था ऐसा दिखाया उसने. तो भाई साहब, this is the definition. Yes, who wants to answer it? चलो फटाफट, at least 3 students. Chetan Sharma. Yes, beta. New students. I am giving chance to always new students ko beta. Vijay Lakshmi, Astha, old students, Shahidji, Adishri. I know names now.
Hello.
हाँ, चेतना
Hello.
शर्मा. सॉरी चेतना शर्मा है. हाँ चेतना जी
Yes, sir.
बोलिए.
Sir, am I audible?
यस यू आर ऑडिबल. कहाँ से हो आप?
Okay, sir. So, I'm from Uttar Pradesh.
अच्छा बोलिए.
So, discontinuing operation means through a single plan, disposing of in its entirely, disposing of in piecemeal through abandonment. And second is discontinuing separate major line of business and geographical area of operations. And third is distinguishing component operating assets and liabilities, revenue, majority of operating expenses that can be directly attributable.
You are reading it or you by heart?
Yes, sir. Sir, reading it.
रीडिंग नहीं चाहिए मुझे, बाय हार्ट किया हुआ चाहिए.
Oh, okay, sir. I will
हाँ.
by heart it.
यस. बाय हार्ट किसका हो गया? प्रीति कुमारी जी. यस प्रीति. विदाउट लुकिंग इनटू आंसर इन नोट्स. हाँ. Yes, Preeti.
Discontinuing operation means first through a single plan, its entirety. Second, disposing of it piecemeal through abandonment. Through abandonment, we have to first is termination of business, and the second one is change in scope. Example, we have first we had landline phone, then we have converted into smartphone. That is the change of in scope. That is not in discontinuation, it's operation. And in disposing of its entirety, we have a breathing period. Second one is discontinuing. First one is separate major line of business. The second one is geographical area of operations. Third one is discontinuing component. In that, first one is operating assets and liabilities, revenue, and the last one is majority of operating expenses that can be directly attributable.
Are you reading it or are you recalling it?
No, sir, I have by heart.
Yes, very good. Jay Kumar. Jay Kumar.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Sir, my name is Balamurugan Jaikumar. Balamurugan Jaikumar, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, sir.
Balamurugan ji. You are from?
Sir, I'm from Tamil Nadu, sir.
Tamil. Okay.
Yeah, sir. According to 24 discounting operations means through a single plan, itself means disposing of its entirety and disposing of in piecemeal and through abandonment. In the through abandonment, we have two different types. Termination of
Okay. Change in scope is not discontinuing operation. Huh?
yeah, sir.
Then?
Change in scope in operations. And the second one is discontinuing operation. Discontinuing separate in a major line of business and the geographical areas of operations.
Okay. And distinguishable.
Discontinuing and distinguishing component, which have three types: operating assets and liabilities, revenue, and majority of operating expenses that can be directly attributable to the discontinuing operations.
So by breaking it in different parts, it is now easy.
Yeah, sir. Easy, sir.
Yes.
Yeah,
very
sir.
good. Okay. Chalo.
Thank you,
Let's
sir.
move. Yes, thank you. Very good.
सर एक
हाँ जी
छोटा सा डाउट था सर इसमें
बोलिए
सर डिस्टिंग्विशिंग कंपोनेंट जो होगा वो सर जो डिसकंटिन्यूइंग ऑपरेशन हो रहा है उसी की डिस्टिंग्विशिंग कंपोनेंट्स हमको सेपरेटली डिस्क्लोज करना ना
बराबर बराबर
एंड सर दूसरा जो डिस्पोजिंग ऑफ एन एंटायरिटी है उसमें सर वो ब्रीदिंग पीरियड क्या है
डिसकंटिन्यू ब्रीदिंग पीरियड मतलब मैंने ये बोला कि भाई तुरंत आप लोग नहीं बंद करोगे थोड़ा टाइम लेके बंद करोगे मतलब आपको अबेंडन में क्या होगा दूसरे दिन से आप प्रोडक्शन स्टॉप कर दोगे
हाँ जी सर
ओके पर
ठीक है सर
अबेंडनमेंट मतलब मैंने स्टॉप ही कर दिया एक्टिविटी भाई पर कुछ फेज में मैं बंद करूंगा ना तो उसको बोलते हैं थ्रू अ सिंगल प्लान
और सर पीस मिल भी तो यही हुआ कि उसमें भी थोड़ा थोड़ा
हाँ पर
करके हम
मैं थोड़ा सा टाइम लूंगा बंद करने का एंटायरिटी मतलब आज मैंने एकदम आज डिसीजन लिया और 15 दिन में मैं बंद नहीं करूंगा थोड़ा
हाँ
सा
जी सर
और प्रोडक्शन चालू रहेगा और फिर एक दिन का प्लान रहेगा कि अभी यहाँ पे मैं पूरा स्टॉप ही कर दूंगा पिसमिल में नहीं बोल रहा हूँ प्लान में चालू ही रखूंगा मैं ओके
ठीक है सर
यस
ठीक है सर थैंक यू सर
डायरेक्टली एट्रीब्यूटेबल का मीनिंग क्या होता है लक्षिता पूछ रहे डायरेक्टली मतलब उसी से जुड़ा हुआ एट्रीब्यूटेबल मतलब उसी से जुड़ा हुआ ओके यस नेक्स्ट एक्सेप्शंस नंबर 1 gradual phasing out of a product line नहीं बेटा मिथुन पीसमिल में डिस्पोज करना मतलब टुकड़ों में बंद करना पीसेस में मतलब एक प्लान रहेगा जो हम लोग डिसाइड करेंगे कि ये ऑपरेशन हम लोग स्टॉप करेंगे इससे रिलेटेड एसेट्स अब भी बेचेंगे इससे रिलेटेड एसेट 2 महीने के बाद बेचेंगे थोड़ा 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 एक कुछ एसेट्स अब भी कुछ एसेट्स बाद में इसको बोलते पीसमिल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ओके एवरीवन gradual phasing out a product line. It doesn't mean that you stop the activity. Phasing out means you change the scope of the operation. Second one, discontinuing products within ongoing line of business. Any specific product, for example, you are manufacturer of cream biscuits and normal biscuits, and you stop that cream biscuits production. You only have focus on normal biscuits. So in that case, it is discontinuing products within the ongoing line of business. Okay. Then change in the scope of operation. Previously, you had labors for working. For example, we had some maid and now we have a machine. So this is a change of the operation for cleaning purpose. Okay. So maid versus machine. So this is the difference in the change in the scope of the operation. Okay. Changing of facility to achieve improvements in another. And next one, shifting of production from one place to another, it doesn't mean that you stop the activity, discontinued the operation. And the selling the subsidiary whose activities are similar to parent. Means you sold that subsidiary, you merge that profit, assets, everything in the holding company. It doesn't mean you stop the activity. So these are some exceptions. We have some questions for this. वो इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर लिखने को बोले थे मैंने. अच्छा, ठीक है. I will take your question, Manvi, at the end. Mithun is saying कि I am SRO student, but now understood the Hindi explanation. Very good, beta. Accounts is a language of business. We are not here explaining any English language or Hindi language. You are understanding the language of business, accounting. Next, initial disclosure. When you are going to first time disclose this event, standard is very simple. Huh? It will get over within 10 minutes. Occurrence of one of the following. See, again, you have to by heart this point. Occurrence. The enterprise has entered into binding sale agreement. Okay. Sir, when we have agreement, okay, of selling all assets and liabilities, if I made that agreement, then from that day, I will disclose it in my books. Okay, continuing versus discontinuing. I will separate it out. When I will separate it first time, when I have binding agreement on me. And second one, when board of directors, they approved a detailed formal plan. Formal means written plan, official plan. And they made the announcement of that plan. Huh? It's not only, they have only a formal plan. They announced that plan. Whichever is earlier, you have either agreement or you have detailed plan, plus you announce that plan. If both these conditions are satisfied in B or A binding sale agreement, whichever is earlier, you are going to disclose your assets, liability, expense, income separately for continuing versus discontinuing operation. This is the initial disclosure event. Got the concept? Binding sale agreement or board of directors have detailed plan plus they announce the plan. Okay. Vijay Lakshmi? Yes. Any one of you? A plus B definition. Lakshita? Bolo beta.
Vijay Lakshmi can tell.
हाँ तांबेश्वरी जी बोल रही है कि हिंदी में एक्सप्लेन करो। देखो तांबेश्वरी जी कि पहली बार आप डिसकंटिन्यू ऑपरेशन मतलब क्या, आपके जो कंटिन्यूइंग ऑपरेशन है उसको आप सेपरेट कर दोगे। कब सेपरेट करोगे? तो सेपरेट तब करना है बेटा जब आपके पास एक बाइंडिंग सेल एग्रीमेंट है। सेल एग्रीमेंट आपने घर का देखा होगा, कोई भी देखा रहेगा, रेंट एग्रीमेंट देखा होगा। तो वैसा एक आपके पास एक एग्रीमेंट किया हुआ है कोई भी कंपनी के साथ कि भाई अभी हम लोग ये प्लान आपको बेच देंगे पूरा का पूरा। ओके, जैसे व्हाट्सअप फेसबुक का हुआ कि भाई अभी ये सब फेसबुक को दे देंगे। तो इस तरीके से जो फॉर्मल प्लान है कि भाई हमने ये ऑपरेशन बंद कर दिया, अभी आप टेक ओवर करो। मैं कंपनी के बारे में नहीं बोल रहा हूं, मैं वो ऑपरेशन के बारे में बोल रहा हूं। जैसे जैगवार का होगा जो रतन टाटा जी को मिल गया। ओके, तो ये जो है ना वो उन्होंने वो ऑपरेशन स्टॉप कर दिया जैगवार का, बाकी प्रोडक्शन चालू रहेगा। ओके, और वो स्टॉप करके उन्होंने किसी को दे दिया, तो वो क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग, इट इज अ बाइंडिंग सेल एग्रीमेंट। और दूसरा, एक तो आप एग्रीमेंट में आए, या दूसरा आपने क्या किया बेटा, आप एग्रीमेंट में नहीं आए। आप एग्रीमेंट में नहीं आए, आपने सिंपली एक प्लान को अनाउंस किया। एंड अनाउंस करने के बाद हमने क्या किया, वो फॉर्मल प्लान बनाया कि भाई हम लोग ये बेचना चाहते हैं, और वो हमने हमारे शेयर होल्डर के साथ डिस्कस किया, अनाउंस किया। तो वो एक प्लान हो सकता है। और ये जो दोनों में से एग्रीमेंट नहीं बनाए पर आपने एक अनाउंसमेंट कर दी है, तो भी आपने डिस्क्लोजर इवेंट चालू हो जाएगा। अभी समझ में आ गया क्या तांबेश्वरी जी आपको? इजी? यस, चलिए। यस विजय लक्ष्मी, यू वांट टू एक्सप्लेन इट?
Yes, sir.
हाँ।
The initial disclosure even means the enterprise has entered into the binding sale agreement, and yeah, and another one is option B, that is the board of director have to approve the detailed plan and announce that plan, and whichever is earlier, he can pursue that.
यस, मनोज जी मखवाना।
हेलो।
हाँ बोलिए।
तो गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
हाँ गुड मॉर्निंग, बोलिए।
Initial disclosure event means the enterprise entered into binding sales agreement as a intention to all assets attributable to discontinuing operation, and the enterprise board of directors approved the formal and detailed plan. And second one is the announcement, whichever is earlier. Uh, which one is
Okay,
first or second, whichever is earlier is
very
approved plan.
good. Yes, so you have to write this sentence in exam, huh? That's why I told you to by heart all these points. Now, yes, over. Approved detailed formal plan of discontinuance. अनाउंसमेंट में अप्रूवल नहीं चाहिए, मतलब अनाउंसमेंट अप्रूवल के बिना कैसे होगा, पहले बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स अप्रूवल करेंगे। अप्रूव्ड a detailed plan for discontinuance means identify the major asset to be disposed of, your method of disposal, the period expected to be required for completion of the disposal, principal location, location, function or approximation number of employees for to whom we are going to compensate. Are bhai, you are stopping your production, some employees are depending on you, and suddenly if you say ki no, uh, we will remove you, no, it's not like that. We are giving some compensation for at least 2 months 3 months remuneration we are giving. So that amount is also a detailed plan for that, and the estimated proceeds of salvage to be realizable by disposal. So this is a detailed plan. Okay, हवा में कुछ नहीं बोलना है. You all have points. Okay, nothing is informal. Say, I want to stop this activity. No, not like this. You have a proper plan. What assets you are going to dispose, method of disposal, expected period, number of employees to compensate, and then you made announcement of that plan, of the main feature, to those who are going to affect stock exchanges, creditors, in a sufficient specific manner so as to make the enterprise look committed to discontinuance. So though you have a plan, but you should inform someone, no? We are going to stop this. Okay. And this plan is called as initial disclosure event. It's very simple. Now you understood. Following information should be disclosed. a discontinuing operation description, the segment, already I explained you, segment, date and nature, the date and period in which this discontinuance is expected to be completed, the carrying amount of the assets, the amount of revenue and expenses, and the amount of pre-tax profit, pre-tax profit, pre-tax profit information you have to give from ordinary activities and discontinuing operation activities. The amount of net cash flows. Now, cash flow statement, you are aware in 11-12 standard, there are three activities: operating, financing, and investing. Those students who are not aware, I will explain you it in the financial statement chapter. Don't worry. What are the other disclosures? For any gain or loss on sale of assets or settlement of liability, pre-tax amounts, then income tax expenses separately, then settling price. What is the settling price? Settling price means book value is different and settling price is different. That you have to disclose. And points to remember. Number one, disclosure should continue until process is not completing. Okay, till discontinuance. It might be 2 years, it might be 3 years, it might be 6 months. But every time you have to disclose it up to discontinuance. Discontinuance is completed when plan is substantially completed. You settle all your liabilities, you sold all your assets. If an enterprise abandons the plan, then the reason thereof. And all disclosures required should be separately disclosed. Your significant activities, and it will be recorded in S25 also, means interim reporting. Next session. कोई रिपोर्ट डाला हुआ है क्या डिसकंटिन्यूइंग ऑपरेशन का एनुअल रिपोर्ट में? चेक करो एक बार. Over. Standard is over. Okay. I will show you this standard. देखता हूं मैं. मेरे हिसाब से था एक, मैंने डाला हुआ था प्रैक्टिकल में. डिसकंटिन्यूइंग ऑपरेशन आदिदास का डाला हुआ है. सी आदिदास जब बंद हुआ था उसका रिपोर्ट डाला हुआ है. गेन फ्रॉम द discontinued operations. Actually, this is not in India. ये यूरोज में दिखेगा आपको. So just want to share the report. Then you have some sentences also over this. Proceeds from disposal of discontinued operations. So in P&L, in cash flow statement also, we are showing this different activity. And you can read this. Discontinuing operation. On 1st February 11, 2021, Adidas decided to begin the formal announcement aimed at divesting the Reebok due to the initiation of the selling process, which led to binding agreement. See these words, now you can easily recall it. On August 12th, so dates are also announced and then reported as a discontinuing operation. Then we have classified it as a disposal group for sale since the resolution has been passed. On 1st February 28, 2022, the company has formally completed the assets and liabilities which were reported as assets and liabilities held for sale since February 2021 were consequently derecognized in this statement. Reasons are also given. In October 2022, they terminated it and significant accounting policies are given for discontinuing operations. And you can see these sentences. Now you can easily correlate this. A part of the Adidas Group, whose operations and cash flows can be clearly distinguished operationally and financial reporting purpose from the operating business, is classified as discontinued operation. And it is called, now these wordings are not there in held for sale. Held for sale, we will see it at Ind AS and represents a separate major line of business. Yes, sir. A part of single coordinated plan, already explained, and is subsidiary acquired exclusively with a view to resell it. Already I defined all this language represents separate major line, single coordinated plan, and this is excluded from the net income of operations, and it is recorded as a single amount. So we do not have now segregation of assets which are related to this discontinuing operation. We have a single amount of that. So continuing operation assets and liabilities are only recorded as expenses and income of only continuing operations are recorded. This continuing operation is before tax we have recorded over here, and after from that we have deducted the tax amount, and finally we have shown the amount, and we have compared it with the, now see, in the last year there was no discontinuance, so assets and liabilities now we have to restate. Restate means what? वापस बताना पड़ेगा. You have to re-record last year balance sheet. Re-record means restated. What is called as restated. Restated means what? Last year balance sheet. Assume it is only continuing operation you are showing. All assets and liabilities are continuing. Now you made in the current year a formal plan. You announced a formal plan. So now you have to restate these assets. Assets and liabilities for continuing operation and for discontinuing operation. Not only current year, but last year also. Because last year balance sheet was not in the restated in the format of discontinuance versus continuance. It is only continuing operation. Last year formal announcement we made it in the current year. So for comparative purpose we have to change last year balance sheet also, last year P&L also. Presentation amounts no, presentation we are going to change. देखो हमने इस साल अनाउंसमेंट किया, पर पिछले साल की बैलेंस शीट तो आपकी नॉर्मल बैलेंस शीट थी, तो उसको आपको बदलना पड़ेगा फॉर कंपैरिजन पर्पस. अमाउंट्स नहीं बदलने हैं, सिर्फ ऑपरेशन वाइज डिवाइड करना है लास्ट ईयर की बैलेंस शीट को भी. आया समझ में? और यह कब तक करना है? जब तक डिसकंटिन्यूअंस कंप्लीट नहीं होता है. 3 साल भी चलेगा तो बैलेंस शीट बतानी पड़ेगी. कंटिन्यूइंग वर्सेस डिसकंटिन्यूइंग, कंटिन्यूइंग वर्सेस डिसकंटिन्यूइंग, कंटिन्यूइंग वर्सेस डिसकंटिन्यूइंग अप टू 3 years. And once discontinuing is over, then only continuing operations will be recorded. More transparency. So your user can easily, they can identify, yes, now this operation is going to close down. And therefore they can take a decision. Okay. Yes, Manoj ji, any difficulty? बोलिए मनोज जी. हार्दिक, कोई डिफिकल्टी बेटा?
नहीं सर, इसमें तो सही है.
कैसा था बेटा ये स्टैंडर्ड? बहुत आसान, डिफिकल्ट?
अभी तो सर क्वेश्चन करूंगा तो ही बता पाऊंगा.
क्वेश्चंस
वैसे सर समझ में तो आ गया.
यस, सबसे इजी स्टैंडर्ड था. लेट्स सी सम क्वेश्चंस बेटा. Extra questions we'll see first. Yes. Yes, Adishri, read the question.
Service Limited is in the business of manufacturing of passenger cars and commercial vehicles. The company is working on the strategic plan of shifting from the passenger car segment over the coming 5 years. However, no specific plan have been drawn up for the sale of neither the division nor its assets. As part of its plan, it will reduce the production of passenger cars by 20% annually. It also planned to commence another new factory for the manufacturing of commercial vehicles and transfer plus surplus employees in the present manner. You are
Phased manner. Phased manner. Phased
phased
manner
manner.
means date wise. Some
Data.
employees will be shifted now, some employees will be shifted after 3 months. So this is called as phase manner. Okay, Adishri?
Yes, sir. You are required to comment if mere gradual phase out in itself can be considered as discontinuing
क्या
operation
लगता है?
within.
What do you think, Adishri? Answer for this. क्या लगता है आपको?
Sir,
Is it discontinuing operation or not?
sir, I think it is discontinuing operation. Shifting, no, sir.
सर मैं बोलूं?
हाँ बोलिए हार्दिक.
सर ग्रेजुअल फेजिंग आउट है सर, तो चेंज ऑफ स्कोप है सर, तो डिसकंटिन्यूइंग है नहीं, क्योंकि सर ये सिर्फ पैसेंजर कार से कमर्शियल कार्स पे जा
Cars
रहा है,
convert scope
तो
of.
ये नहीं है, तो सर स्कोप चेंज है, वो डिसकंटिन्यूइंग नहीं है.
No discontinuing, beta.
The changes in scope, no, sir.
See, as per S24, we have seen that exceptions. You have seen, no, beta, that exception part.
Yes, sir.
First point, any exception.
Gradual phasing out of the product line is the example of this. As per S24, gradual phasing out of its production line is not considered to be discontinuing operation. And mere approval of the plan is not sufficient for disclose the discontinuance operation. Announcement of plan is necessary. Thus, passing a resolution does not trigger the application of S24. So, आपको second question, they pass the resolution, but only passing is not important. They have to announce the plan. And therefore, this is not the discontinuing operations disclosure. So you won't disclose it separately. You will continue with the continuing operations. No, it is not piecemeal. You are just changing strategic planning is there. You are using the same resources afterwards. You are not selling that assets, directly attributable liabilities, employees also. So this is just shifting from one to another. Are you selling any part of the asset? No, my dear. It is only your shifting from one process to another. Next. Yes, Rachna, read. Rachna, read this question. रचना है क्या नहीं है? नहीं है. Amruta, do you want to read?
Sir, can I read?
Yes.
Can I read?
हाँ, तनु जी read बेटा. अरे रीड करने को भी आप लोग इतना शर्माते हो.
Sir, may I read कर दूं?
हाँ करिए.
Sir, a company belonging to the process industry carries out three consecutive processes. The output of the first process is taken as input of the second process, and the output of the second process is taken as input of the third process. The final product emerges out of the third process. It is also possible to outsource the intermediate product. It has been found that over a period of the time, cost of production of the first process is 10% higher than the market price of the intermediate. Products available freely in the market, the company has decided to close down the first process as measure of cost saving, vertical spin-off and outsourcing. So this event is treated as discontinued operations?
Wrong side, Charan. It is not discontinuing component. Why? Because it is under one change in the facility to achieve the improvement of another. See, now suppose if you are producing paints and you need some ink manufacturing. So you are manufacturing ink also. And you found that the intermediate process we can stop. Okay. Because the raw material which is available in the market, that ink, is cheaper than producing. Means it's a buying versus producing. And therefore, now this process of buying from outside is not the discontinuing operation. It emphasizes that merely closing a small part of the entity's operation or restructuring is not considered as discontinuing operation unless it represents a major line of business. The fourth process is intermediate step, and while it is essential to production, it does not represent a major line of business on its own. The final product continues to be manufactured by the company through second and third process with no change in the overall product line, and the closure of the first process, does not signal an exit from the major business segment. It is more of cost management decision. So this is a cost management with a production continuing through outsourcing. So this is not the conclusion. This is not the discontinuing operation. Very simple. वर्टिकल मतलब सीधा, वर्टिकल मतलब सीधा, स्पिन ऑफ मतलब एक एक्टिविटी स्टॉप करने का, वर्टिकल लाइन. हॉरिजॉन्टल मतलब आपके फेलो सब्सिडरी जैसा. ओके
सर ये वाला क्वेश्चन हिंदी में एक बार क्लियर कर दीजिए, ये वाला समझ में आया.
बेटा आपने एक प्रोसेस को स्टॉप किया, ठीक है तनु जी, आपने एक प्रोसेस को स्टॉप किया. इट डजंट मीन कि आपने पूरा ऑपरेशन बंद कर दिया. आपका पेन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग चालू है, सिर्फ आपने बाहर से इंक लाना प्रेफरेबल रखा. तो आप खुद से बनाने से अच्छा आपने बाहर से लाना. फॉर एग्जाम्पल तू मैगी खाती है, एग्जाम्पल नूडल्स अच्छे लगते तुझे, तू खुद बनाती है, पर तू खुद बनाने के चक्कर में क्या हो गया, बहुत खर्चा हो गया. तो तू क्या बोली, भाई रॉ मटेरियल बाहर से लेके आती हूँ, मसाला बाहर से लेके आती हूँ और मैं खुद बना लेती हूँ, मतलब फाइनल प्रोडक्ट. तो मैगी तू घर पे बना रही थी, नूडल्स, तो वो अच्छा है तूने नूडल्स बाहर से लाए रॉ मटेरियल और फाइनल प्रोडक्ट तूने तैयार किया. तो इट डजंट मीन कि तूने कोई एक्टिविटी स्टॉप कर दी है. आया समझ में? वो तुम लोग वो एसेट्स किधर तो यूज ही कर रहे हो. आया समझ में?
यस सर, क्लियर. थैंक यू सर.
ओके, नेक्स्ट वन, थर्ड क्वेश्चन. A healthcare goods producer had changed the product line during the year. First quarter they produced washing soap also and bathing soap also. देखो, revenue you can check 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs. Then it is 1 lakh and 3 lakhs. And then 0 and 4 lakhs. The company has enforced a gradual enforcement of change in the product line. So washing soap से वो convert हुए. It's like passenger and commercial vehicle. The board of directors has passed a resolution. The company follows calendar year. Is it discontinuing operation? No, dear. It is not it is a phase out gradually. So this is not the discontinuing operation. Now this question, they won't ask you. See, Viru Limited has 4 operations, PQRS. Operation PQRS are well continuing operation in year 1 and year 2. So year 1 and year 2, are you going to Bifurcate continuing versus discontinuing? No, dear. Operation S is approved and announced for disposal of year 3. So in which year you will bifurcate operating versus discontinuing versus continuing? In which year? In third year. But which year you are going to restate your financial? So year 2, you will restate. Year 3, 3 PQR are continuing production, but S you will show it separately. And last year figures also restate. Restate मतलब वापस बताना. Restate मतलब वो figures को bifurcate करना. पिछले साल ये balance sheet only continuing थी. अभी आपने bifurcate कर दिया. Continuing and restating मतलब you are showing revised figures. S separately. Year 2, you revised your balance sheet and P&L. Then operation Q is abandoned in year 4. Okay, so operation year 4 में abandoned. तो year 3 का आप लोग change करोगे. And discontinuing commenced in the operation 4. And T and U are acquired in year 4 and year 5 respectively. So in year 4, T will be recorded. And year 5, U will be recorded. And operation Q and S will be shown until discontinuance. So operation Q will not be recorded in year 5. Operation S will not be recorded in year 5. Why? Because we stopped that activity. So this is how you have to present your financial statement. So this is one of the question कि कौन से year में restate होगा. Friends, this is the question from your Bare Act. Bare Act से मैंने उठाया हुआ है. Bare text of accounting standard, not act. Bare text of the accounting standard. Question 4 and question 5. Delta Limited. Delta Limited we do not have. See, this is only कि presentation कैसे बताया जाता है. Turnover, operating expenses, impairment loss, continuing operating activities, interest expense, continuing operations, and you will show discontinuing operations separately. Separate line item. Income tax expense and continuing operation, and discontinuing operation, no bifurcation, revenue, expense, impairment loss, interest expense, direct final profit or loss. Direct final profit or loss. No bifurcation like this. Detailed bifurcation. No. So this is how you are going to record your assets, liabilities separately. Okay, in exam, they won't ask you P&L and balance sheet. How you are going to record it? See, we do not have bifurcation in case of discontinuing operation like revenue, expenses, directly final profit or loss before tax and tax for that. Okay, so ये होता है discontinuing operation. Now you read study mat. I hope कि study mat आपको बहुत easy जाएगा. You have to write some 100 pages notes also. So now it's time to take screenshot. First I will show updated answers. Yes, S18. Chalo, take a screenshot. Hardik, tell me over after writing this. Huh?
Okay, sir.
Yes, beta. Screenshot 1. Chalo, chalo, chalo. Screenshot 1.
Over, sir.
Two.
Over, sir.
3.
Over, sir.
9, 10, 11, you will tell me it in the next session. Screenshot 4.
Over, sir.
5.
Over, sir.
6.
Over, sir.
7. Only this clause you are going to write. Only second.
ओवर सर।
8 नहीं, हाँ 8। ओके।
ओवर सर।
9
ओवर सर।
10 करना तो तारो तारो 10
ओवर सर।
11
ओवर सर।
12
ओवर सर।
13
ओवर सर।
14
ओवर सर।
15
ओवर सर।
16
डन सर।
done. Then you have 100 pages book is 24. Screenshot 1.
ओवर सर।
2
ओवर सर।
3
ओवर सर।
4
ओवर सर।
5
ओवर सर।
6
डन सर।
over. Yes. So today we have completed with accounting standard 18 plus accounting standard 24.
24.
Can you suggest timetable for both groups or group 1 if possible as you suggested in foundation? Nitish, if you have not yet studied for both groups or your classes is going on and you are not aware about any concept, so it's better to go for one group if you are in Jan. नहीं May एग्जाम है ना इनका, तो हाँ both groups बेटा, no option for that, no option. S17 का इंडेक्स रहेगा था, ठीक है, एक बार ले लीजिए S17 का इंडेक्स।
सर ये 17 में ना एक एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चन में गलती थी, मैं बता दूं सर?
बताइए
सर वो
दे
क्वेश्चन
दिया
नंबर
था मैंने
8।
S17 का इंडेक्स दे दिया था ना बेटा हमने।
हाँ जी सर, A17 का तो है इंडेक्स।
है इंडेक्स दिया हुआ है, स्क्रीनशॉट्स लिखे हुए मतलब दिया हुआ है। नीतीश चेक इट। हाँ बोलिए क्या गलती थी?
सर क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 और 9 में वहां पर क्या कहते हैं, क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 और 9 में जो 75 वाला टेस्ट है उसमें मिस्टेक था, 75% वाला
एडिशनल क्वेश्चंस में,
एडिशनल क्वेश्चन बैंक।
एडिशनल क्वेश्चन बैंक में भाई साहब ये हमारे हितचिंतक है जो बताते हैं अपने को। हाँ जी, क्या गलती है इसमें?
सर ये इसमें ना सिर्फ एक्सटर्नल रेवेन्यू पे लिया है 89.09, ये टोटल रेवेन्यू पे होना चाहिए था। और सर क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 में टोटल रेवेन्यू पे लिया होगा सर।
नहीं, फिर 9 नंबर चेंज करना पड़ेगा अपने को। किधर है 9 नंबर में?
9 नंबर में 75% टेस्ट, एक मिनट मैं मार्क करा हुआ था।
75% दिया ही नहीं है मैंने कुछ।
सर वो क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 में था।
7 में क्या दिया था हमने?
सर 7 में हमने 800 दिया था टोटल, इंस्टेड ऑफ यस ये 800 दिया था सर, थोड़ा
तो
नीचे करिए।
एक्सटर्नली लेना चाहिए ना सिर्फ।
सर टोटल ऑफ एंटरप्राइज लेना चाहिए।
नहीं 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 नहीं, ओनली एक्सटर्नल।
सर ओनली एक्सटर्नल,
ओनली एक्सटर्नल रेवेन्यू फॉर
सर
75%
ये
क्राइटेरिया।
सर 7 और 8 है, सॉरी सर 7 में है सर।
7 में ओनली एक्सटर्नल,
हाँ
और 8 में हमने लिया था
8 में हमने टोटल ले लिया था सर फिर तो।
वो, नहीं 11,960 लेना चाहिए।
यस सर।
यहाँ पे आपने बराबर 11,960 ले लीजिए। ठीक है, थैंक यू।
ठीक है सर।
यस थैंक यू, आपने 11,960 बोल दिया भाई साहब।
सर लेकिन बुक में टोटल लिखा हुआ है कि वहाँ पे 75% ऑफ टोटल रेवेन्यू।
अरे इंटरनल तो आपका एलिमिनेट हो जाएगा ना।
सिर्फ एक्सटर्नल का ही लेंगे 75%।
हाँ
ठीक है सर।
ओके।
सर सर टोटल ऑफ रिपोर्टेबल एक्सटर्नल
एंटरप्राइज रेवेन्यू की डेफिनेशन ही दी गई है। एंटरप्राइज रेवेन्यू इज कंसिडर ओनली एक्सटर्नल सेल्स, इफ यू रीड द
ओके
डेफिनेशन ऑफ एंटरप्राइज रेवेन्यू।
ठीक है सर। ओके
ओके, हार्दिक
थैंक यू।
क्लियर?
यस सर क्लियर।
मानवी जी, डिस्पोजिंग ऑफ एंटाइटी मतलब हम लोग एक प्लान के साथ जाएंगे, 1-2 साल भी लग सकते। टर्मिनेशन मतलब तुरंत स्टॉप करने का डिसीजन लेंगे। समझा मानवी जी? यस। शाहिद, एनी डिफिकल्टी?
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
हाँ
सर मुझे सेगमेंट रिपोर्टिंग के इलस्ट्रेशन 3 में बस एक कंप्यूटेशन डाउट था। मतलब एक परसेंटेज निकला हुआ है सर, वो
एक्स्ट्रा
पता नहीं चल रहा
क्वेश्चंस या
कैसे लिखेगा।
नॉर्मल क्वेश्चंस?
सर नॉर्मल क्वेश्चन इलस्ट्रेशन।
हाँ बोलिए।
इलस्ट्रेशन 3 सर। हाँ सर। अ, जो हमारा रिवाइज एसेट के बाद जो परसेंटेज निकला है सर, वो सर कैसे निकला?
आफ्टर डिडक्टिंग डेफर्ड टैक्स परसेंटेज,
जी
ये
सर, परसेंटेज।
1.5 अपॉन 8.8% की साइन दबाइए।
1.
ये डिवाइड बाई ये, फिर ये डिवाइड बाई ये,
जी सर।
फिर
जी सर, आया आया आया।
ठीक है।
थैंक यू सर।
यस प्रधान जी, रोजालीन।
गुड मॉर्निंग
हाँ जी बोलिए।
सर। एक्चुअली मुझे ना वो 100 पेज, अगर आपके पास कोई सैंपल है थोड़ा एक बार दिखा देंगे। आई हैव प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर माई सेल्फ, बट वंस आई वांट टू कोऑर्डिनेट विथ योर नोट्स।
100 pages means that I am showing every time at the end of the session.
No sir, actually how you means the only concept is 100 page,
Yes,
and then
only
numericals
concepts
it's
in
400 page.
yes, illustrations are in 400 pages.
Yes sir.
ठीक है, all important points in 100 pages. It's the last day revision. 100 pages means.
Yes sir.
Okay, and for revision purpose, it is 100 pages. And this time I am going to give you quick revision notes also.
Okay sir.
Okay.
Thank
हाँ
you sir.
जी.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any closing remark? Because it's already 9:45. I have a next session. Yes. Today's understanding, क्या समझा क्या नहीं समझा? Anyone?
सर
हार्दिक,
समझ में आया सर।
क्लोज कर
सर सब
दीजिए
समझ।
आज
सर
के
सारा
सेशन का।
बताने स्टार्ट। सर
क्या?
स्टार्टिंग में तो हमने AS18 से पढ़ा। AS18 के प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चंस देखे, सारे समझ में आ गए। और सर फिर हमने AS24 देखा, उसके हमने एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस करे और वो भी सही से सारा
आप एस
समझ में आ
24 पढ़ के आए थे पहले, क्या नहीं पढ़ा था आपने?
गया। सर एक बार रीडिंग करा था रात को।
और जब
सर
आपने
समझ में
रीडिंग
नहीं आया था। नहीं
कुछ
आया
भी
था।
नहीं समझा था? नाउ डू यू
नहीं
थिंक
समझ
कि
में आया था।
आफ्टर एक्सप्लेनेशन बुक पढ़ना इजी जाता है?
हाँ जी सर, आफ्टर एक्सप्लेनेशन आसान रहता है बुक।
ओके, आप पूरा स्टडी मैट पढ़ लेते हो उसके बाद?
हाँ सर, अभी बैठूंगा पढ़ने।
Very good. So it's a good practice that after explanation you are reading it from study mat and you are
यस सर।
writing all these questions in my format. Okay?
हाँ जी सर, सारा लिख रहा हूँ।
चलो,
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू, टेक केयर, बाय बाय। बंद कर दीजिए मनीष जी, नेक्स्ट सेशन है मेरा।